very sunny day in Playa del Rey, California. We're in the studio and we have someone here that's going to get a shot for a LinkedIn photograph. So we decided why not take the opportunity to share with you what actually happens when a man comes in and has an opportunity to get a picture. So do you use makeup? Yes. So the makeup has to be great. What makeup is great? Savvy. I have believed in putting makeup on men for a long time. When I had my studio in the 80s in Miami, most of the models and actors wore something called a bronzer. I thought by the time I got to California, all men would be wearing something, but that hasn't been the case. Sometimes there's a discrimination about makeup. I think I disagree with the gentleman that I've been out with. If we're going out to dinner and I'm dressed to the nines, I've prepped him. So if he looks a little tired, why can't I put something under his eyes? Or if we're at a black tie event and he doesn't look as tan, why can't I bronze him? It makes him feel better. It makes us look better when they take the couple pictures at the end of the event. So let me share with you what can go on a man and how it's not going to show, but it will make him look great. And I would like to have more men have an opportunity to do this for themselves or have someone that cares enough for them to help them out. Okay, so this is a face that has a lot of color right now. This is a face that has a lot of pink in it, which is not bad, but we're going to take the pink tones down. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take my Savvy and I am using Warm 3, and I've mixed my Savvy in my little container here, and I have my misting spray, and I'm making more of a wet solution because I want a little bit more coverage. And also this person I'm shooting is older than 20, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he can have a little bit more moisture in his face rather than putting the dry Savvy powder on him. I do finish up with that, but I'm going into the areas that I want to lighten up. And what I've done this with, very similar to what I've done when I'm shooting a female, I've used the serum. And the serum is a nice, moist solution that blends beautifully with the Savvy Mineral makeup and works with the misting spray, so it all goes in together, and it kind of puts a surface on your face that isn't dry. As I said in another video, my biggest concern with minerals is what if you're not 20 and what if you need that extra moisture? Well, how about mixing the serum and the Savvy and also the misting spray and getting a foundation that has a little bit more of a moist texture to it. Can I go over this with the powder? Yes, I can, but for the first time out, I'm going to be using the Savvy Serum Misting Powder here. Once again, why do I have the gloves on? Because I have baked my hands in lavender, so all my hands are getting a nice sauna as I'm putting makeup on. And I'm trying to even out skin tones. As an artist, it seems like I have a tendency to create a canvas that is lighter and more even toned before I go in and put my shadows in a face and do any kind of bronzing. This is an angular face, and angular faces don't have a lot of space. So even though it's great that he gets a suntan, I wouldn't want, Don to be overly tan because it actually reduces the size of his face. If he had a bigger face, then it's not really as much an issue, except the day in the sun is 1 year's aging process to your skin. So you really want to make sure that you minimize the hours between, let's say, 12 and 4 and watch the amount of sun. Okay, so now I've evened off some of the skin tones. I'm actually, Don, if you could close your eyes, I'm going to go and bring some under the eyebrows. Now, what we did prior to this shoot, so it wouldn't take so long, is we did some manscaping. What's manscaping? Well, we trimmed up these eyebrows. We also trimmed up a few of these little hairs that were popping out of the shirt. Because if they don't, you should help him out with a little bit of manscaping. Also, his skin was prepped. He was using the whole art cleaning, toning. We put the sunscreen on him, and Shutron for saving. I even put some of the Shutron on the eyebrows to soften the eyebrows. Now, with that being more even, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to put in, and this is dark 2, and I'm going to put back some of the tones in his face, some of the back to the bronzing. And it looks subtle, but when I mist it, you're going to see more color. Once again, on a man, you want this to look like a second skin. And this is something that he can pop into the shower and it's going to stay on. He can sleep in it. It's going to stay on. And no one can tell that put your eyes, close your eyes, please. Okay, there we go. And no one can tell because it literally is a second skin. And close your eyes again. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, since he's looking very even tone, and I've taken out that harsh red, or the look as if he's been too blushed. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down, nothing personal, but the size of this nose. I'm going to reach here with the multitask, and then just so gently use some of my lighter colors that I put into the tray. Once again, with Savvy, it's wonderful because you can use it wet, you can use it dry, but you can go into a very, very dark shade, or you can go into a very, very light shade. This can be an eyebrow on a blonde, but it can be an eyebrow on someone that has raven black hair. And I like that quality. I also like the quality that I can mix the foundation. So I'm actually going to go in here, and kind of correct this bone nose and make it, I'm actually straightening out this nose. Hello. It's all right. And carve in some there. And then maybe not really. This is a angular face. Okay. What I did earlier is, besides trimming the eyebrows, I put a little bit of the multitask in the eyebrows, but if I got them too dark, I could go back and put Wonderless. So with his platinum hair, we don't want the eyebrows too dark, but then at the same time, they're kind of multicolored, so I can even off and try to make them look somewhat similar. If I want to, I can check my makeup and just say done, close your eyes, and hit him with the misting spray and literally just dab. Once again, I love the look of moist. I very much love the look of real, not seeing powder, not seeing iridescent, just seeing a great face and a great smile, great face, and a whole great person. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually going one step further because this is bugging me just a little bit. Now relax the mouth, and I'm just going to give a shadow here. Just a tiny shadow. It's kind of an optical illusion, and I'm wiping a lot, but I'm carving a lip. So if I said, Dawn, can you lick your lips and kind of, yeah, and just Right. If I wanted to, I could actually add some color with the blush there, but that's enough. Or another thing is the Young Living chapstick. That would be a great way to add a touch to the finished product. So, looking at this, what else can I do with that multitask? Just so once you own the product, it becomes the go-to product. If I wanted to, and let's say Don is in the middle of winter and not as tan, I can take the Tasker and I can go in here on the sides of his hair and give him a kind of a cut, so that if you have very, very white skin and you also have very, very white hair, that's not a pretty look. So to make it look more natural, you can make it look as if you have had, let's say, a root. The other thing is if you're using a hair color, and this is for females or males if they're using a hair color, and at the last moment you look and say, oh my goodness, my white root is showing, and you don't want the white root. In this case, his hair is beautifully platinum and the roots well, but you can take this and actually make a root go away. So I love this product because it does so much. It works for the lips, it works for eyes. I'm not going to put any eye makeup. I don't have to. If he was in a tux or going to a formal event, maybe so. But he's a doctor. We could put him under clinical lights. No one's going to know. Drop your chin just a tad bit there. Now look, let me see. Looks great. It's now, I'm going to have my assistant get out of the light a little bit so you can see the full effect, and smile. Look right there. Yes, yes, it looks great. All right, so just to let you know, the makeup is a second skin. Would anybody know? No. Men have an opportunity and should be granted the time to make dark circles lighter, make themselves a little tanner, and feel really good about themselves. So I think you look great, Dawn. Thank you. And we'll continue the photo session, and that's it for now. Bye-bye.